Hello and welcome to Crabwise Yoga with Brock. Today's episode covers Qigong Yoga Fusion, a good overall basic warm-up that you can do anytime before other types of exercise, or just a really good morning routine to use, something I do every single day. Now this will be an overview and a complete warm-up. Check out how I'm standing here. So I'm shoulder width apart. A slight bend in my knees so I can move side to side, a little bit up and down, but also feel balanced. If my feet were closer together, it wouldn't work as well. So it's kind of sitting back on your heels in a way and feeling how heavy the body is. That way you can connect and ground down to the earth. Stand tall in your posture and then sit back. Palms out and open toward the front for your breathing practice. Imagine filling this ball up with air all the way to the back of the neck. The air rises, lifting the chest. Your exhale is going to take out all of that extra heaviness that you're holding on to, the tension, pain, and fear, and let it blow out of the body. Imagine smoke just exiting down through the body, right back down into the earth, and getting burned up by the core. Stuff you no longer need. Breathing in all the way to the top, around the throat, clearing each of your chakras. And then exhaling deeply all the way back down into the earth. And lifting the palms to the chest, lifting the heels like floating, and then flip the palms and push back down to the waist. That is called the reset, and you'll do that between each of your postures. Bouncing is the next good way to energize all the joints in the body. So bouncing at the ankles, the knees, the hips, elbows, hands, wrist. You can kind of interpret this in your own way. As long as the feet are glued to the floor, there are no rules. Just bounce and move any kind of way you feel to bring in that extra energy. And then we'll go right back to that reset. So remember breathing in as the palms rise to the chest. Deep breath in and then lift the heels and flip the palms and push everything back down. I'll show you the palm to belly. So place the left hand over the belly button and then the left hand over the right hand and kind of give it a nudge, like push the diaphragm, push the belly in and hold. That's the hand position for the sideways circle that's coming up next. I'll show you by moving to the side how to do this. Imagine a railroad, the wheel on a railroad, how it has that bar connected, and you are on top of the wheel and making the circle at the hips, but staying in that same line. 7 is a good number for Qigong, so 7 times one way and 7 times the other way. And you can double that number, triple it, whichever you need. If you want to go quicker, just do, say 3, keep it odd number. So now all together, right hand over the belly, left hand over top, and then make your circles, your little dips. And each one of your moves in between will have the reset in your Qigong. Breathing in those palms up to the chest, lift the heels all together, floating, and then exhale everything back out. You want to feel lightness when you're taking in the breath, heaviness on your exhale. And now we'll flip the palms up to the sky. So you bring it in just like the reset, keep the heels planted, and reach the hands way up, make a tiny back bend, and then hands down to the side for the exhale. And let's repeat this. So pull the arms to the chin and flip. Then open the arms down on the exhale. Do this for about a minute or so, or you can make a count. And then your last one will be just a reset. So I'm going to flip those palms to the chest, lifting the heels this time, and pressing back down to the earth. I'm going to step wide for the next posture. This is called a horse stance. So your legs are pretty wide, maybe 3 feet or so across. Bend and place the palms on top of the thighs, just an inch or so above the knee. And then move the body toward the right. Hinge at the waist 90 degrees and slide over to the left. And then lift, straightening the back leg. Come down just 90 degrees, looking forward the whole time. Lift. Create that straight line with the back leg. And then just continue moving. This is a dancing dragon. You're moving side to side. Any of these can be repeated as many times as you want. Try to make 7 your minimum, I guess, because of the quality and the effect it may have. Moving now into your yoga sequence and starting with a yoga squat. Squatting is one of those unsung heroes that really keeps the body corrected. So I love to practice my squats when I'm gardening, etc. So whatever it takes for you to get down there, I'm going to do one without blocks first, and then you can see I have my support block behind me. I'm going to pull it up and use it and show you how you can sit on something low so you can stay in your squat for 30 seconds or more. Nice compression in the knees. Let's lift. I'm going to grab the block and show you how I set it up. This way I could possibly sit here for several minutes when I'm having knee troubles, just to get some extra juice in there. Move it if you move it or lose it. Just stay still. Go back to that deep breathing, filling the lungs and letting the excess exit the body and down back into the earth. Moving now into a toe sit. So squat again, but the knees are a little bit forward and together, and my heels are lifted. And this really gets the ball of the foot and the stretching in the ankle, the plantar fissure. Another 30 seconds, at least. I'm going to counteract this move by flipping the feet flat on their tops and then sitting back on the heels for a hero pose to counteract the toe sit. This is a neutral hero, but if I need to or feel like it's necessary, I might add a little pressure, maybe leaning my chest back and adding weight. And you can still draw the breath in here in the same way when you're standing. I'm showing you now how I can put a block behind under my feet or in between my feet with a pad or towel or blanket on top. That way I could sit comfortably for 30 seconds. Make sure you have pressure still and you have compression on within the knees, that it's not too easy. You still need to challenge yourself in order to get the benefit of this stretch. So for me, I have to remove that pad in order to get a little bit extra. So moving back through tabletop to make my way to the heel sit, where my toes are flipped under and I'm sitting back on my heels. I'm adding pressure. So I'm opening the palm, cactus arms, and I can try a arrow mudra, clasping the fingers, whatever I feel like I need to add that pressure. Palms behind the head, whatever's comfortable for you. And if you need to lean the chest back forward to take some pressure off of the toes, you can do that as well. So back in tabletop, I'm gonna walk the knees back a little bit. A little small side to side in the wrist, and then opening up my triceps. This is important to keep the elbows close to the body, and this is the position you need for chaturanga. So I would like to just slightly drop my chest toward the mat, keeping the elbows right there at the rib cage, and then popping right back up. And just a gentle movement through a tricep push-up. Next, we'll do the wide-legged forward fold into your classic forward fold. I like to start here with a wide leg, dropping my bum down, not quite parallel, a little higher, but just taking my time to get into this fold. And slowly reaching out, letting the legs straighten. And then heel toe the feet together, closer together. And then draw the body back to the legs. Maybe take the arms behind and hug the knees. And just relax. Make sure everything's forward. Standing tall. Place the feet together and then reach everything through. Make a nice pencil out of the body. Feel lengthening. Be to the front of your mat to walk yourself back to plank again. And then we'll work through cobra a little bit, going from baby cobra and full cobra to open up the lower spine. So knees down and hips down. Keep the chest lifted and then lift and rise. Cobra to baby cobra. Bottom rib is the only thing that should touch here. Keep the chest off the floor and then engage in the arms. Squeeze the elbows to the side. Do a few rounds of cobra push-ups here. And then pull the knees in, flip the toes, and push the body back into tabletop. Simply bring the right leg forward and extend the left leg out further. And then get that split going. Stretching that inner thigh. And bring it in a little so you can lift the body. Squeeze the left butt cheek and then pull my body away, lifting the chest so I can get into that front part, into the psoas. And now twist the body to the right and grab the right hand to the left heel. So you might have to bring in the feet a little bit and bring the left foot over a little bit. Whichever you can do to reach back, get a little finger touch. Exhale, reach. Then extend the right leg back out and engage the back leg, straighten and twist out to the right. Make a little reverse twist. Now step that left foot in and lift the body to warrior one. Straighten the front leg and fold forward to knee to nose. Lift back to reset, take a little twist, and reach out and long, create triangle in the body. The first triangle I'm showing you is without a block. So with a block, you can get a little bit further, keep the arrangement of the posture more corrected. Walk the fingers forward and lift that back leg. Roll the ankle. Bend the knee. Pull into the chest and back out. And set it down. Pull that right leg back up and find your plank again. Tabletop. And press through, lift to up dog. Flip knees and toes, and then step the left foot forward and create that long, deep lunge on this side. Really wiggle that back right leg. You can stay in all these poses I'm showing you here today for a little bit longer each. I'm just trying to keep the video with enough information and positions. So I'm moving a little quicker than you may need to. You can see better how I've pulled over the right heel to touch and position in the body that I reach and open. Back through, right hand on the side and twist, open. It's really just a few breaths here, but you can take 10 breaths on each of these poses, which is what I usually do. I hang out in them a little bit longer, trying to keep the video under 30 minutes. Warrior one, Janusirsasana, knee to nose. And forward. See how I pull the right heel in a little bit? Straighten both legs and then reach out long and down to create your triangle pose. And I like to use the block on the outside of the foot. Fingers forward, roll the back right ankle, pull in and back out, bend the knee. And I may do a little bit more dynamic sometimes. There we go. And first down dog coming up. We're going to do our up dog first. And we'll flip the body into down dog. So I like to do down dog a little bit late in the game. This is toward the end of the video when I'm doing it here. Find and hold. I might hold my long, once I get here, up to 30 breaths sometimes. Just really kind of sweat through it. So rounding out the practice now and ending what we started, doing my favorite pose. So I'm grabbing the left leg and swinging it around to the heel to the hip, and then crossing the right ankle over the knee, sitting up tall at first for a few breaths, and then taking a twist. This is a fantastic pose, probably my favorite pose in the sitting yoga parts. We'll flip the legs, so right heel to hip, and left ankle crosses right knee, and then sit back up first, take a breath before twisting. I'm going to twist toward the leg that's on top. And there may be plenty of more things that you might need if you feel like you need to do Shavasana, whichever it is. I'm going to sit in my hero's pose and do a little chanting. Mala bead. Just taking some time. I'm going to do Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. I'll put the description in the video link for this. Oh. Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu, Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu, Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu, Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. Samastah, Sukhino.
Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokah Samastah Sukhino
Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastah. Finding a dragonfly in the leaves just now at the end of this video. He was fluttering and not really moving around that much. So I grabbed him and started to channel chi and blow on the little guy. And lo and behold, he started to kind of wake up a little bit and then ended up on my thumb before gaining energy and flying away. So you can see he's about to do that. There he goes. And the Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu, you'll see is for all creatures great and small, may they be at peace, and may my actions lead them to peace. Very interesting. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I love you all, and namaste, friends.